stand before a mirror and look, really look, at the face staring back. Do you recognize it? The eyes are familiar, but they carry stories you didn't notice yesterday. There's a new line near your mouth, a faint silver streak in your hair, a softness in your gaze that wasn't there before. It's you, but it's also a stranger, shaped by years that slipped by like pages in a book you didn't mean to finish so quickly. Aging isn't just a number ticking upward. It's a quiet transformation, a story unfolding in whispers and shadows, catching you off guard when you least expect it. It's the weight of time carved into your skin, your bones, your heart. Reminder that you're both the author and the protagonist of a life that's constantly rewriting itself. The physical changes creep in first, subtle but relentless. One morning you roll out of bed and feel it, a stiffness in your back, a creak in your knees, as if your body is an old house settling into its foundation. Remember when you could stay up until dawn, fueled by cheap coffee and youthful defiance, and still tackle the day with a grin. Now, a late-night snack, say a slice of pizza or a handful of chips, sends you spiraling into heartburn that lingers like an unwelcome guest. Your muscles ache not from a grueling workout, but from carrying groceries or sitting too long. Stretching becomes less about fitness and more about survival, a ritual to coax your joints into cooperation. You used to bound out of bed, ready to chase dreams or at least a morning run. Now, the thought of a mile feels like a negotiation with a body that started keeping score. Energy, once an endless well, now feels like a rationed resource. In your 20s, you could dance through the night, laugh through the sunrise, and still have the spark to conquer the day. Now, the idea of a late night makes you wince. Coffee isn't a treat, it's a lifeline, a warm jolt to drag you through the morning fog. Simple tasks, hauling a laundry basket, climbing a flight of stairs, leave you catching your breath, your body murmuring, "Slow down, we're not what we used to be." But your mind, it's still a wildfire crackling with dreams, ideas, and a restless hunger to explore. You want to climb mountains, write novels, see the world, but your body begs for a nap, a chair, a moment to rest. This disconnect is a quiet ache, a tug of war between the spirit that soars and the vessel that falters. Then there's the heart of aging, the emotional currents that run deeper with every year. Life doesn't just shape you, it carves you, leaving grooves of joy and scars of sorrow. You start to feel the weight of loss, friends who drift like autumn leaves, carried away by distance or new priorities. Family members pass, their absence a hollow space you can't quite fill. Dreams you once clutched tightly, starting that business, traveling the world, fade into the background, replaced by the demands of daily life. Each loss is a crack in the foundation of your heart, and though you try to patch it with new memories, laughter, with your kids, a sunset shared with a partner, the scars remain tender to the touch. Mortality becomes a louder presence. You hear of someone your age falling ill or worse, leaving this world, and it lands like a stone in your chest. Suddenly, you're counting your own days, replaying your choices. Did you spend enough time with the people you love? Did you chase the right dreams? The questions swirl, heavy and unyielding, pulling you into moments of quiet reflection. You sit at your kitchen table, coffee cooling in your mug, and wonder about the time you have left. It's not morbid, it's human. Aging sharpens your awareness of life's fragility, forcing you to confront the truth that every story, no matter how vibrant, has an ending. Regrets slip in like shadows, uninvited but persistent. You replay the paths you chose, the career you poured your heart into, the love you built a life with, the risks you shied away from. Did you settle for safety when you could have been bold? Did you choose the right partner, the right city, the right life? Watching younger people chase their dreams with reckless abandon sparks a pang of envy, a whisper of, what if? It's easy to spiral into a maze of could-have-beens, to wonder if you've built a life that's less than the one you imagined. But here's the truth. Every choice, every stumble, every leap led you to this moment. Your life is a mosaic of triumphs and missteps, woven with threads of resilience and courage. It's not perfect, but it's yours, raw and real, a story only you could write. Society doesn't ease the journey. It hands you a script, stable job, house, family, and expects you to play your part by a certain age. But what if you're still searching, still sketching the outline of who you want to be? The pressure can feel like a vice, squeezing you between expectation and desire. Social media amplifies the noise with its endless reel of perfect lives, exotic vacations, flawless families, glittering careers. You scroll through curated snapshots and wonder why your story doesn't shine as brightly. It's easy to feel small, to question your worth when everyone else seems to have it all together. But those glimpses are just that, glimpses. They hide the struggles, the doubts, the quiet moments of defeat. Comparison is a thief, stealing your peace if you let it linger too long. Relationships shift with time too. Your circle of friends, once a sprawling constellation, may shrink to a few bright stars. Some move away, others build lives that no longer align with yours, and some simply fade, like a song you loved but can't quite remember. Making new friends isn't as easy as it was in school, where shared desks and late-night study sessions forged instant bonds. Now, connections require effort, intention, and a willingness to be vulnerable. You crave the kind of friendships that feel like home, effortless, enduring, there when you need them most. Loneliness can creep in, a quiet guest that lingers in empty evenings or unanswered texts. But it also teaches you to cherish the bonds that endure, the ones that weather life's storms and still stand strong. Yet, amidst the challenges, there's a quiet beauty in aging, a silver lining that grows brighter with time. Wisdom blooms from the soil of experience, teaching you what truly matters. You learn to savor the small joys, a steaming mug of coffee on a crisp morning, the weight of a good book in your hands, the warmth of a loved one's laughter. You grow bolder in saying no to what drains you, choosing instead what sets your soul alight. The insecurities that once gnawed at you, your looks, your quirks, begin to soften. You embrace your imperfections, not as flaws, but as brushstrokes in the portrait of your life. You realize no one has it all figured out, and that's not just okay, it's liberating. Aging also brings a deeper love for yourself. You learn to forgive your younger self for the mistakes you made, to honor the courage it took to keep going. You start to see your life not as a checklist of achievements, but as a tapestry of moments, some radiant, some frayed, all essential. You prioritize happiness over expectation, connection over comparison, and that shift feels like freedom. You're not alone on this journey. The fears, the doubts, the hopes, they're woven into the human experience, shared by countless others. There's power in vulnerability, in sharing your story with those who understand. A conversation over coffee, a late-night phone call, a quiet nod of recognition. These moments build bridges, reminding you that your struggles are part of a larger tapestry. So here's to aging, not just the years, but the growth, the lessons, the love etched into every moment. It's a journey of becoming, of shedding what no longer serves you and embracing what does. Cherish the changes, face the challenges, and hold tight to the beauty of your unfolding story. You're writing it with every step, every scar, every sunrise. It's not always easy, but it's yours. Let's face it together, one page at a time.